Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back at that time of the year again when thirsting for a Nintendo Direct, a new one, goes to an all-time high. Games that you haven't played on the shelf stay put on the shelf, and people are looking for announcements. The thirst for a Nintendo Direct is starting to get really real on social media, that if Nintendo posts anything but a Nintendo Direct announcement, people are upset. People are angry. I've seen it all over the place. Now, some people are nicer than others, but it's starting to get just a bit toxic here and there on social media when it comes down to this whole when is a direct happening. We've got people literally looking into every single aspect of saying this is a good sign, or that is not a good sign, or how it's not going to happen this point, or Nintendo's whole lineup for this year is going to be bad, despite looking at the facts of every single year the Nintendo Switch has been launched. Like I stated in previous other videos, that Nintendo has directs multiple times throughout the year. There is no reason to panic, worry, or start to thirst as much as people are thirsting at this point. But yes, the crazy fans, when it comes to Nintendo Directs, when it comes to thirsting for it, the crazy fans are out there. And they are so much out there that they can mistake, because so many people were taken for a ride. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in the house. Taken for a ride because somebody who has the malice intent in their heart put out a fake Nintendo of America account, and they decided that they were going to mess with people when it comes to their precious emotions of a Nintendo Direct. So on Twitter, there was an account that just popped up and it said Nintendo of America, and it has the Nintendo red logo with the white and everything. And it said this: tune in to 12 at 2 p.m. PT for a Nintendo Direct featuring around 35 minutes of information on upcoming hashtag Nintendo Switch titles, including new details on hashtag Animal Crossing New Horizons, exclamation mark. Also, you see it right here, 2/12/20, 2 p.m. PT, all right there. Has it all nice and decked up for you, just like how you would see a Nintendo Direct post. And so many people were fooled by this. A lot of people weren't fooled by this, but so many people were fooled by this. There were so many people out there saying, hey, OJ, look at this, and direct messaging me and saying all this different stuff. And I'm like, bro, do you guys know? Do you know that this is not real? It is fake. And it, like, as soon as I saw it the other day, I was like, yeah, this is fake. Well, one, because Nintendo of America somehow lost their check mark. Two, because Nintendo of America doesn't have this extremely low resolution picture of Mario as their banner that's up there. Goodness gracious, they couldn't pick something to make it just a bit more believable. That is like the Nintendo 32 banner, as I said on my live stream. It's not even Nintendo 64 Mario, it's like Nintendo 32 unreleased. What is that? Okay, and on top of that, at Nintendo America, look at that, Nintwndo. That's not how you spell Nintendo. I mean, maybe like a toddler would spell it that way. It's just kind of interesting. It's just kind of interesting that this would happen and so many people would fall for it. But I think that people fell for it is because they're really starved for a Nintendo Direct. They're thirsty. They want it so bad. They want a Nintendo Direct so bad that they will forego actually checking out certain things, or they'll be quick because they just want one, right? Nintendo Direct thirsting is nothing new. We see it pretty much every single time right around this time of the year, right around the February or January-ish, because Nintendo has their fall directs. They have those in September. So we go October, November, December, January, right? So we go multiple months without a direct, and people are just too impatient to just kind of wait. If you look at the history of Nintendo, they usually have their directs in February or they have them in March. March isn't as likely, but they do sometimes have it in March. Now in January, they do have the big direct sometimes in January, but for the most part, they've been in February. Last year, we had it February 13th for the direct. This year, obviously, it's probably not going to be that. I mean, you never know though. You never know. They could announce it tomorrow. Nintendo has waited all the way up until the last day before to announce a direct. So you never know with this one here, guys, but I'll just say calm down for all the people who are crazy thirsting for a direct. Calm down, because this is what happens when you have social media. People are going to prey upon your thirst for a direct, Enjoy the games that are out. There are so many Nintendo Switch games. There are so many other games on other platforms. There are so much stuff that you can play. Enjoy them and just be vigilant, okay? Because people are going to try to trick you. People do this all the time, and it's going to be very easy. People are going to get better and better on photoshopping things and on trying to trick you and play upon your Nintendo fan emotions. So I'll just say to everybody out there, calm down, relax, play some games, chill, go outside, exercise, do whatever you need to do. That will help you pass the days. Go beat some of the backlog. The Nintendo Direct will come when it comes. Trust me, it will. It always does, every single year. Since like 2011, Nintendo's been doing this. I've been tracking it. Heck, I did a whole video on this. Go watch my video. Just relax so you don't get easily tricked by stuff like this, because I know I wasn't, because I'm not thirsting. When it happens, it happens. And when it does happen, it's going to be cool. It's going to be hype. But there's no reason to go on there every single day on Twitter and say, when's it happening? When's it happening? Like little kids, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? You know what I'm saying? Like there's no reason to do all that. It's just going to put yourself in a very bad state of mind, in my opinion, then get you angry. That's what I've seen. I've seen some anger from people as if like they're owed something right at this time. No, they'll announce it when they feel like announcing it. Relax and play the games that have already been announced, like the hundreds of games, the thousands of games that are already out. Just go play some games. Chill so you're not online acting all crazy. Now, for the next thing that we're going to talk about, E3. E3 is interesting. There was a report from GameXplain where they said Nintendo's skipping E3. Then they retracted that and said, update, Nintendo said that they're actually going to be there, which we'll talk about in just a bit. But then also, the big news here is Geoff Keighley. He will not be out there doing his E3 live shows that he usually does for like YouTube and stuff like that. And here was his statement on the matter. For the past 25 years, I have attended every electronic entertainment expo. Covering, hosting, and sharing E3 has always been a highlight of my year, not to mention a defining part of my career. I've debated what to say about E3 2020. While I want to support the developers who will showcase their work, I also need to be open and honest with you, the fans, about precisely what to expect from me. I have made the difficult decision to decline to produce E3 Coliseum for the first time in 25 years. I will not be participating in E3. I look forward to supporting the industry in other ways and at other events in the future. So this is very interesting that he's declined to produce this show. Obviously they pay him for that, so it's a paid gig, and he's saying that he's not going to do it. So that tells me that there's probably a lack of exciting or big announcements. Maybe because Sony's not gonna be there normally, right? Maybe because there's just something that he's hearing on the inside in terms of announcements from game developers with next gen coming. Maybe there's not going to be as much stuff on there, but it seems very weird that Geoff Keighley, even if it is going to be a neutered show, not as big as it usually is, it seems very weird that he's not going to be there. Maybe there's not going to be anything from Kojima Productions. Obviously, if Kojima was going to be there, then he would probably be there in some way, shape, or form. But it's just really interesting that he's not going to be there, you know, that he's not going to be there because Keighley's always been there. Now, look, the show, in terms of how it plays out and what you think about it, that's neither here or there, right? I'm not the biggest fan of the shows that he does on E3. I watched some of them. I know he's had Reggie on, and there's been some good stuff here and there. But overall, I just don't think that they're that great, but that's not due to his problem. It's just due to, like, there's other things going on at E3. You have the press conferences that the companies all do that he doesn't produce himself. So he has to kind of work with what the developers give him. So I'm not blaming it all on him or anything like that. I think Keighley does a good job with hosting and producing things for the most part. And that's the reason why he's been, you know, in business in terms of what he does for as long as, you know, he's been doing it. People do enjoy his shows and enjoy his professionalism that he does display for the past 25 years, you know, which is good. I think that Keighley is a good thing for the industry. But at the same time, we're looking at this, it's like, man, there's definitely something wrong on the inside when it comes to E3. And I'm pretty sure that they're scrambling now that Geoff Keighley's not going to be producing this show with them. Who are they going to get? Everyone's always known Keighley to do it. And Keighley also has really good contacts with other industry people, and he gets them to come on the show and everything. So this is very difficult for E3. I'm not sure what's going to be going on here. But I'm still looking forward to E3. There was some information, like I talked about, GameXplain put out a new video saying that Nintendo might be skipping E3 because they're not part of the vendors list. So Nintendo's not going to have like a booth at E3 with all their games and stuff so people can go play. But that was found out to be not true because Doug Bowser did recently say that they will be there. So Doug Bowser did recently come out and said that they will be there, and GameXplain did update their post and say, hey, our bad on that one. We didn't see that interview with Doug Bowser because he did come out just a bit ago and say, yeah, we're going to be there. So it does seem like Nintendo's still going to be at E3. Nintendo's not going to be skipping that, but hey, it is what it is there, guys. I think that E3 is going to still be fun. I still think that there's going to be some cool stuff at E3, although probably not as good as in some years, you know, but I'll be honest, E3's just been kind of dipping here and there. I mean, I look forward to the Nintendo Directs and the press conferences, but I mean, it's not like I've been like, oh my gosh, every single E3 is amazing from everybody. I mean, there's been announcements that are cool. Last year's E3, I think, was good, but this is just what happens, man. This is just what happens when you have the prices in, Los Angeles. It's expensive to, keep your staff out there for that long and do all the different stuff and get them all hotels and everything. Los Angeles is just very interesting. And people are moving towards the digital world, right? Sony's doing their state of plays where they want to address their fan base. Nintendo still has their directs that they do. We'll see what happens for E3 in the future of the show, but I'm hopeful that they're going to get something figured out. I think that E3 is still going to be around. It's not like it's going to just disappear, or maybe they just make it more about the fans. So what are you guys' thoughts on these controversial topics here? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the link in the description below. We got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date with all the latest gaming news. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to PlayerEssence, and share the video if you can. It really does help us out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you for the next one. Peace.